Okay, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video, and in this video we're going to be doing a tier list for My Hero Ultra Rumble. Yeah, I know you guys have been wanting a tier list here in the channel for this game, so we're going to be bringing the tier list that you guys have been waiting for. You guys are excited? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and just a reminder, this is my opinion. If you disagree, you don't need to give me a death threat in the comments down below. Comment down below what you disagree, what you agree, and let's just go ahead and get started. Now, this game is actually kind of hard to make a tier list because since there's different classes, some characters we are good for what they're made for, but some characters are like, better than the other. It's just really hard to make a tier list, so bear with me while we do this. We got our categories over here, S, A, B, C, D, and let's just go ahead and get started. Starting off with All Might. And All Might, I believe in the beta video I said he was S tier because back then he was really overpowered, but they kind of got the balancing a little bit right. He's still a really good character. He's above average. Let's say that for the sake of this tier list, B is going to be an average character, this is going to be above average, and this is going to be really good. It's going to be average, a little bit below average, and then this is going to be a character that's bad. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to put All Might above average. In my opinion, All Might got some really strong moves. He's a really good powerhouse, and he just has really good moves. He's just a good character, He's not OP enough to go in S, but he's also, I would say, above than just a mediocre character. So I would say he's a pretty good character for you to choose from. If you like All Might, he's a pretty good all-rounder. Probably like second or third best all-rounder that we have in the game. Second of all, going on to another all-rounder, we're going to go to Kento. And I'm really close to putting her at D, but I think I'm going to put her at C, because she's not completely trash. Like, her abilities are kind of useful, especially if you're communicating with your team. She can be a really good character, so that's really the only reason why she doesn't go at D. Her kit is just honestly really mid, below mid. That's why we're putting her below B over here. And she's just a character that I've been playing the game straight on for like 3 days, and I don't run into any Kentos because nobody wants to play her because she's just not a good character. And out of all-rounders, she might be like the second worst, if not the worst all-rounder for this game. Moving on to Todoroki. Now, Todoroki, I think I'm also going to put him in the same thing as All Might because he's a really, really good character, but at the same time, I don't think he's good enough to go into the S tier. Now, I've seen a lot of mixed opinions on them. A lot of videos, people are telling me that Todoroki's OP. A lot of videos, people are saying Todoroki's mid. So I'm not really sure what category Todoroki really fits in, but at least in my personal opinion, I think he would go around the A or B list. Comment down below, what do you guys think? Where would be the best spot for Todoroki? Now, he has the ice abilities, like I said, that are really good, the freezing ability, but other than that, I think he just sticks like this. Moving on to Mr. Compress. Now, here's what I will say about Mr. Compress. Me personally, I'll put him as C. I'll put him as C simply because I know every tier list, because I looked at some tier lists before I make this video, so then I can get my opinion along, like trying to get more of an overall opinion, and everybody's been putting him at D. But I am a person who used to main Mr. Compress in the beta, and I played him on this. I'm not maining him right now currently. I don't know, maybe since I haven't played him in a while, I kind of forgot. I will say, it's a pretty bad character, but it's a really fun character to use. Now, the biggest problem I have with him is really his R2 ability, or his trigger ability, M1, whatever you want to call it, that you launch as it upgrades over time. When you get it to like maxed out, especially when you have your plus ultra on, that thing is OP. It destroys enemy health. Like, that's amazing. But before that, it doesn't do any damage basically, and the fact is that it's really hard to hit, especially if the opponent is really close. Like, if he's right next to you or like right in front of you, it is really hard for you to hit him with that because you throw it past them. So a lot of times I'll miss it because it went over them. So that's really annoying about him. The teleporting, I wish he had iframes and he teleports so he could teleport out of any fight without being interrupted, because I've been seeing that a lot in the actual game. In the beta I didn't see it as much, but now in the actual game a lot of times I've had to teleport away and then it will get cancelled. So yeah, and his K is just easily countered, and I don't really like his shield. So yeah, I do kind of understand why people put him at D, to be honest, now that I think about. So yeah, I'm gonna put him over here. Now, moving on to the next one, which is Ochako. Now, Ochako is a character that I haven't played much, but from what I have played, I would honestly put her at B. She's a character that is not bad, but it's also not anything above normal, so I'll just put her at B. Pretty solid character. Her abilities are pretty good. I really like her spinning ability, but other than that, there's just nothing that makes her stand out enough to go any higher than this. I'll put her like this. Moving on to Deku. Now, Deku, I have to go ahead and put him at S tier. This is where things start to change up a little bit. I think Deku is one of those characters that everybody that I've seen, at least from videos of tier lists, have mostly agreed on, and myself have agreed that it's an S tier character because he's perfect for beginners, because he's got all the good abilities. He got good mobility. He got good damage. He's just a really good character in general, and he also got the Spider-Man ability, and the fact that you can carry your teammates is also really, really good in a fight, especially when you just run in as Deku, get your teammate, and leave really quickly. That is just really, really good, so that's why I put Deku up here. Moving on to Dabi. Now, Dabi, I'm going to have to put Dabi either B or C tier. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I think he's going to be bottom B, because Dabi, back in the beta, this man was a beast. He was insane, like, overpowered. I'm pretty sure they nerfed him, or even if they didn't nerf them, I don't know why the Dabi players have just either gotten worse or I don't know what, and I just never liked Dabi to play Dabi in the beginning. But the traps are good, they do damage, but the problem is they're just so easy to like not step on because they're so easy to see. Could be wrong, but I think that from the beta to now, it's so much easier for you to notice the traps. I've barely fallen into them. I see them and I can just jump over them, or they're just pretty useless, you know. His M1s are pretty good, the fireballs that track, but other than that, he's just a solid character. Like, he goes on the B, he's there, he's in the middle, you know what I mean? He's just there. So I don't think anything else really to say about Dabi. I don't think he belongs anything higher than this, so I'm gonna keep him at this. Shigaraki's gonna go on A tier, not S tier. Yeah, no, not S tier. We'll put him at A tier. I'll put him at A tier. What was I talking about? S tier? No, just A tier. I think he goes on A tier because he's a pretty solid character. I'll say he goes actually high B, low A, because he's a really, really good damaging character. Like, his damage is crazy, and all Shigaraki mains love to third party. They just jump in, use all their AoE moves, and just get the most damage inside of that. It's just so easy to get damage with Shigaraki. He is not a character that I personally like, but the matches that I have played with them, it's just so easy to get kills. It's just so easy to get everything. Kaminari, another character that I think is pretty mid, probably gonna go on C or bottom A. Just nothing really that special going on for Kaminari. I think he's kind of just there. I mean, he has the stun moves, which are really good. He does good damage, so like, I guess he's a basic character. He's not below average, but I'll say he's like mid, like right there. That's where I'll say he's gonna go. So yeah, just a basic character. That's really all there is to say. He's just basic. Ida, a speedster character. Now this one's gonna go high A or S tier. I'm gonna put him high A. Don't really like putting Ida. Actually, I'm gonna have to put him on S tier. S tier. I remember the dark times. I've not ran into that many Ida players right now as the game release, but on the beta times, oh my god, Ida players were everywhere and they go crazy. Their combos are so like, Ida's a good character. Ida, his kick combos are just really good, especially when you can put his abilities together and do the combos when you level them up. It's just a really, really good character. Moving on to Cementos. Cementos is a character that I'm honestly surprised goes this high up in the tier list. Back from the beta, not many people play Cementos. Now I've been running into a lot of Cementos players, and he's really, really good. His abilities to just place down and just build and get the high ground easily in this game is really important for this game, because obviously, you know, it's not Fortnite, we can go ahead and build. So having a character that can really protect your team really, really fast is really, really good. So I really like when we have a Cementos in the team and we're getting attacked and can just place down the big wall. That is really, really good. Moving on to the Vine Girl. I never forget her name, but I'm gonna have to put her high A, low S. I'm gonna put her on high A. She's just a really, really, really good support character. Surprising addition, because I never thought she was gonna make it to the game, because she's not in One Justice 2, and she didn't get any kind of recognition in the anime other than that fight in the tournament. So like, it's crazy that they add her, because she's a character from like season 2 that didn't make it to any of the One Justice games. So it shows us that the game is not going to only get models from One Justice 2 and just recycle them. They're going to actually get some characters from older seasons that didn't get enough attention, which is really cool to see. Bakugo is also going to go on S tier. I don't know how much to say. I think probably you guys know the annoying Bakugo players. He has a really good M1. He has a special action that you fly towards the enemy that's really good. His grenade is really good. His dash, everything about Bakugo is just so good. So he's going to have to go on S tier. Kirishima, I'm gonna have to put him on C tier or D tier. I honestly do not like his character like at all. He's disappointing, honestly. I was expecting him to be the best character out of the 3 that got added that were new, and he turned out to be the worst. So yeah. Toga, another character that's gonna be going on the A tier or B tier. I'm gonna have to put Toga at A tier, I think right there, because she's above average. I will say that she's a pretty good character, but other than that, her kit is just like, it's above average, but it's not S tier level. I really like her M1s. I like her ability, her special action to turn into the other player. That is really good. It just depends on, of course, what player you turn into. But yeah, that's pretty much it for Toga for me to talk about her. Momo. Now Momo, I'm gonna have to put her at B tier. She's just a basic character. I think her kit is cool, but it's just nothing extraordinary, nothing that's gonna bring her up. But at the same time, I don't think she belongs down here either. So I'm gonna put her over here. Mountain Lady. Mountain Lady, now this is where it's gonna get painful, because a lot of people will put Mountain Lady at like B or C tier, but then there's gonna be people that's gonna put her all the way in S tier. And I'm a person who will put her at A tier. Really good character, really good, but there's a big but, no pun intended on that, but I don't think she's OP enough to be S tier the way that people talk about her. But I also don't see her being mediocre. Like, she's above average, don't get me wrong, but I don't think she belongs at S tier. And then Froppy's gonna be a character that's gonna be high A for me. Over here, this is how I think it would look like. And I think I might actually move Mr. Compress up. I might actually do this. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do this for my tier list. I don't know if Mr. Compress, honestly, I might have to put Kirishima up here. It's just Mr. Compress, man. It's because I used to main Mr. Compress, so it feels bad putting him down here. But that's just how it has to be, guys. So I'm gonna be ending this video here. Hope you guys enjoyed. If it's like, subscribe, do what you gotta do, and yeah, see you guys in the next one. Peace.